Hello everyone, welcome to another free-to-play Rise of Kingdoms video. This video, of course, sponsored by the makers of me, my parents. They were very happy to hear that I was doing it. Two important questions today. Question one. Which cavalry commander should we go for first in Season of Conquest? Question two. Why am I so grey? I should ask my parents. They sponsored the video. It's a disgrace. I hate it. Cue that intro. And on that note, question three. When did I just become hair? I'm tired of this. Off this goes. Oh, Denise Richards. Oh, James. Christmas. World is not enough wasted on you. Anyway, we've got the important stuff, the hair, the grey, out the way. Let's get on to the classic rock content, which you know and love from other people, but I also do some. So I'm actually delighted to be alive the last 3 days. Has been a nightmare. I've had food poisoning. I've had to delete one version of this video because I was a bit too grim describing what happens when you got food poisoning. Trust me, it's not very nice. It's disgusting. But today is the first day I've been able to get out of bed. I slept for like 48 hours straight with some rock in between. It was horrendous. But I'm back now. Hooray. Excitement uncontained for everyone. So let's go through what's been new in rock. Well, nothing. That was quick. Not quite true, actually. We've got this Esmeralda event, and of course loads of people have done some excellent videos on it. This Esmeralda's event, out of nowhere, and you'll have to excuse my Lucasade here, replenishing my electrolytes, out of nowhere has gone from being it's Esmeralda crash event, let's ignore her completely, to wow, this is amazing. Obviously less amazing for us because to get the maximum ridiculous free head value, free material value, say free, you cannot be a free-to-play player. I believe Mr. Big Kane did a good video showing you can get 75 free-to-play chest points. However, that does necessitate buying these, which I'm absolutely fine to do. 4,500 gems seems like a very good investment. These lesser, 27,000 gems. A, I don't have them. B, yeah, I'm only a little VIP 13 person, so excuse me, so probably not the best investment right now. That being said, anyone who spends on rock, A, you're disgusting. B, you should definitely buy this. Like, all you have to do is buy 3 bundles, I believe. I'll leave a link to Big Kane's video below, which I believe explained it perfectly. I think Chiz Goulet did one as well, but I watched the Big Kane one first, and I like the little guys. So brilliant event. For us, we'll probably get the from this, we'll probably get to here from free-to-play stuff only. Probably spend some gems to get it if we need it. Otherwise, just fantastic stuff for everyone. So we've got that. But we also have this, which is more pertinent and exciting. Light and Darkness starts soon. Oh, we have our team announced. Well, there we go. That was quick. So we are allied with 3307. 3303 and 3320. We were allied with 3307 in the last KVK and they were fine. We were against 3320. They are the weakest member of the team on paper. We kind of crushed them, but they're much weaker than us, so you can't really have too much angst against them because of that. And I know nothing about 3303. I'm going to be hopefully doing a video later in the week with Mr. Frogboy, the infantry god, whom we must all respect, who is a member of our enemy kingdom who we'll be going against. I've obviously forgotten which kingdom that is. I'm going to stop the video now, find out, and then say it with knowledge. Yes, Frogboy from 3294, as I was saying. I found this by clicking here. So it's very likely, because it's ABBB versus ABBB, and then another of that against each other, while it's CDDD against CDDD, and then another of that. So it's 4 KVKs in total. We will most likely be against 3294 because us and them are the most powerful kingdoms in this bracket. So it makes sense we'll be against each other. Looks like we'll be against 9490. I know nothing about 90. I know a bit about 94. We'll get onto them when we have the Frog Boy, whom you must all respect, video. And 3316 are allies, stroke enemies, stroke allies, stroke enemies from last KVK, for whom all the drama, which I kind of missed and didn't really care about, centered around. So that'll be fun. Anyway, so stay tuned for that video, provided I don't eat some more dodgy food and have a horrendous belly for a while. So that'd be good. So anyway, my point of showing this was we have Eve of the Crusade, 5th to the 9th. Lost Kingdom, 15th to the 5th. I will say things the right way around. We are not American here. Luckily, I shall be here for all of KVK. I'm going away in late July, but until then, I get to battle all of KVK. So, I have to prepare for it. I would love to run... well, I'd love to not run Thutmose. That would be a joy. But I would love to run YSG and... Well, I assumed it was going to be Zhuge Liang. I've since had second thoughts. So here's question 1. We are definitely going to have a busting, to quote my Wolverhampton roots, Archer March on this account. To begin with, it's going to be YSG secondary, and one of 3 commanders primary. It will either be Boudica, Zhuge Liang, or Hermann. I have now eliminated Boudica from the conversation, so it's now between Zhuge and Hermann. Pretty sure I should go with Zhuge, but Hermann is excellent. I don't know how good Hermann YSG is. I bet Zhuge Liang YSG is better. I found it to be very good the times I've fought with it, so I'm presuming that's what I go with. However, the Archer Wheel does not unlock till right at the end of KVK3, so we basically miss all the runes fighting. I think some of Kingsland as well, so we can't do that. We're obviously going to unlock Zhuge and Hermann when they come along and choose which one to go for, but for the beginning of KVK, we're going to have to go with cavalry, which is fine. I've prepared for this. We've got a decent cav set here. I really need the helm, but I'm saving up materials. I just need the blueprints. So buy bars will not be buy bars anymore. We're going to have to get ourselves some cavalry commanders. Here, my friends, is what I have to work with. I believe it's about 750. Yeah, I was almost correct. 756 heads. Smart amongst you will realize that 690 heads plus the 10 for the unlock is required to expertise a legendary commander. So as far as I see it, we have a few choices, and usually I like comments on the video, discussing things, calling me a traitor and stuff like that. It's all great laughs. This time, let's cut out the niceties. I'm doing fine, feeling a lot better. I hope your family is doing well. Fantastic, that's out of the way. I just want you to tell me who to go for. I've been watching loads of Huo versus Nevsky videos. I would say the majority say Nevsky's better, but a sizable minority prefer Huo. So we have, effectively as I see it, 3 options. I'm going to discount Belisarius Prime as an option, because A, he's not in the game, so I can't find him yet and see him, and B, people say he's kind of weak. I think he'll be stronger than people think, but stats just don't look as good as Huo's and Nevsky's. I'm sure he'll be the best commander in the game because new commanders do that, but let's assume for now that I'm wrong and Belisarius Prime isn't an option. So I'm willing to spend all these heads on cavalry commanders. We will unlock Zhuge Liang and work on him afterwards to make sure we get him up there for KVK 4 and beyond. But for this one, I just want to make sure I have the max number of kill points. So again, 3 options, and I want you to tell me what you think I should do. Or option D, think of something else. Option 1, Huo keeping! Hooray! Hooray! Go Huo! There's even a picture of Huo here. The other way around there. There's the picture of Huo in the middle. It's not me. It's a picture of Huo on horseback, that's the word, somewhere, I believe. So Huo, what's good for Huo? Well, I'm going to leave links as well to Gaines Gaming's video in the description, which I encourage everyone to watch. It really is a very good video. He believes Huo's better than Nevsky, so cut very long story short, they're both excellent. It's not much between them. He believes the best march is Huo Joan. Most people believe it's Nevsky Joan. Again, watch that video, draw your own conclusions. I would say the one thing that makes me lean a lot towards Huo is he's very, very good to barbarian grind with in Season of Conquest, and that is what I'm going to be doing a lot of when we get there. So I've got Richard, who I'm going to put 40 or so heads in just so he gets to 5-1-1-1-1 and get put in with YSG. And then I'm going to have Huo and ideally Heraclius, but I'm probably not going to get any Heraclius heads, so it'll probably be Huo, Zhuge Liang. So excuse me, so if I go the Huo route, I have 2 barbarian grinding marches. And Huo is better than Nevsky at barbarian grinding, which is a factor to me, but isn't the be-all end-all, because I just want to get excellent kill points in KVK3. I'm digressing and blabbing on. 3 options. Number 1, fully max Huo. Put every single head into Huo, go down to about, I suppose it'd be 100 odd heads by the time KVK3 starts, but you get the picture, put everything in Huo. And then for the runes in KVK3, run Huo YSG. Not the greatest march, but you'd have a max Huo. Option 2, exactly the same, but Nevsky, so we'd have Nevsky YSG. Option 3, put 50% of the heads in either Huo or Nevsky, and put the other 50% in Joan Prime. Joan Prime is still the best cavalry commander for doing AoE damage. She does really good AoE damage. None of the others do anything close to that. I don't think Baibars is... I don't know about Chandragupta and Jadwiga because no one gets them, so no one really looks at them. But anyway, the beauty of that one is I get a good cav march rather than just a cracked cav commander. I sense that in the short term that would be better, but in the long term it would be better to max either Huo or Nevsky and then move on to max Zhuge Liang or Herman. So please, please, please let me know in the description whether you think I should go for max Nevsky, max Huo, or 5551 Nevsky / Huo, and the same for Joan. If I'm honest, I really hope people say Huo. I like new shiny things, with the exception of Belisarius Prime. No one likes Belisarius. Come on, Rock. Think about it. But if everyone's telling me Nevsky's better, and give me your reasoning as well. I've seen a lot of videos about it today. As I said, the one thing that really appeals to me for Huo is A, he's better in the altar battles, because he's better single damage than Nevsky, and B, he's better for barbarian grinding. Nevsky's pretty much better at everything else. I mean, he's good at rallying and garrisoning as well, which is going to be completely irrelevant for me, as I'm never going to be a rally or garrison lead on this account, unless we play for 20 years and money's abolished and Crystal Tech is no longer a thing. That's not going to happen. Crystal Tech will be even more of a thing then. Excuse me. So, Huo, Nevsky, the great debate rages on. Please let me know. I'm going to cough a bit, splutter, have some Lucozade, then we'll finish with a nice little account recap so we can see what I've been doing the last week. Spluttering over, I died off stream, but I'm back now. So first things first, let's open some Sacred Grips. No problem there, I've opened pretty much everything else on this account. Sacred Grips one time. Sacred Grips one time. Ad infinitum. I would also take a purple, which I need to crit. Any purple. Not a blue. At this point, it doesn't really matter when we get in the gold chest, but it's nice to open them anyway, isn't it? Oh, look, Joan Park. Anyway, so the important stuff's out of the way. Let's go into the speed-ups. As per usual, I have amalgamated all my speed-ups, so you can see what they are without having to wait for me to wade through them. Yep, sod all. That's how much I have left now. Pretty much sod all. Actually, I will just amalgamate them now. You know, a joke's funny, but let's make sure we do things properly as well. All right, be right back. And I'm back in the room. Well, we actually have a few more than I thought. Find the button to click. So we have 2 days of research, which isn't great. 129 days of training, which is pretty good, and 42 days of universal. Sadly, if we just click off this and off this, we have, oh dear, 21 days left of cav, and I'm going to need to get some cav. I'm going to need to get my tier 5 cav ready for the pre-KVK training day, so a few universals will have to go into that. I'm also fully expecting for the Esmeralda thing, where is it? One of these days will be do some research, basically. So I'm going to have to do that because I really, really want to get these shiny wishing coins. I'm also going to have to do that on my main and do a siege research, which I've saved for Zenith, but hey-ho, first world problem. So I'll probably do that in the next week or two. Well, definitely in the next 5 days. Actually, look at this. Before the 7th, there we go, that's what I'm going for. So I'll probably have about 10 universal days left, maybe a few, maybe some less. Anyway, we have enough training speed ups to actually go through and get a good selection of tier 5 cav. And I'm planning to fight with tier 5. We'll see exactly how well that goes, but you learn these things through trial and error. So let's make an error now and then decide never to do it again. I have about, well, let's find out exactly how many I've got. 319,000 archers who will come into play later in KVK. Load of cavalry, so I'm going to get about 250. Well, basically I'll use all my speed ups on cav, I think. I want to get as many as I can so I can take some losses in the ruins and then fight a bit more in KVK. Basically, so I don't have to spam heal all the time. and then come back, lose some tier 5 fighting. Absolutely fine. We don't need many on this account. So that's the speed up and troop situation. Resource, I'm still doing all right. Nowhere near as well as I was. I'm not going to bother going through that, but you can see I've still got quite a fair bit. Nice bit of gold still around, which is going to be very useful. I've got about 300 million gold in my farms. I'm probably need to go and get that before they get ransacked. Got myself 11 advanced army expansions, which is pretty mad, I think, considering we're fully free to play here. How have I been doing that? Well, mainly through spending my Cyrus League credits. Because I ran out of buying legendary commander sculptures, so I just bought 4 of these, which seemed like a very good investment, if I say so myself. Don't need that. Don't need that either. So we're going to get the Sacred Grips. In terms of how many legendary materials we have, assuming we don't get any from the Esmeralda, which we probably won't. What's a good way of finding out? Let's see, what's the most expensive thing we can't craft? So we have 24, 33, 43 of those, maybe a few more actually, because maybe we have too many ebony. Oh yeah, we do 47, 56. Right, we have 56 equivalents, at least, of legendary materials, which is really good. The problem, of course, we do not have the blueprints, my friends, and this is where the gem quandary comes in. I have 2 ahead blueprints, which is a disaster, because I don't think I have any patterns, so theoretically I'd need to max an egg event and get lucky that one comes up for the helms. Realistically, one's not going to come up, and I kind of want to keep spending my gems on VIP. There's no point me banging on about how good it is, putting all your gems in VIP and then just not doing it. I realised for the castle we kind of went against that, but again, the mistake video, which I reference in the... Well, no, I reference in the deleted section of this video, the 10 biggest free-to-play mistakes. One of them was not putting all your gems in VIP. Another one was spending all your speed-ups in Gold Head event. Both of which I've done in this account, so one of them in it, bro. One of them. Right, well, there we go. We have KVK coming up in... Starts in 2 weeks. That's exciting. We'll get ourselves a nice full tier 5 march. But if you take one thing away from this video is I want your feedback. I want Quo or Nevsky, Max, or one of them 5551 and Joan 5551. I'm more interested in the long-term value here because Zhuge Liang is almost certainly going to be maxed as soon as these cavalry heads are spent. So the cavalry march is going to be there for KVK 4 as well, while the archer march is worked on for KVK 4. We'll probably go into KVK 4 with a 5551 Zug and max YSG, and then carry on working on Zug, and then go into Herman, and then possibly infantry. Anyway, a lot to take in. I want your feedback, friends, and if any of the feedback's you're really grey or you're more hair than man, I'm aware of this. Those are hurtful things to say. Anyway, lovely for making a video again and not spewing. It really is a treat. Thanks very much for watching. Please, please leave your feedback. I shall see you all soon. On the flip side, my friends.